Welcome to the blue corner in the cage from Sweden, Bartosz, the Destroyer, Wójcikiewicz.
Wójcikiewicz, born in Dynia, part of the tri-state in Poland. Next to Gdansk. Trains out of Stockholm, Sweden. 30-year-old's a tough competitor. He's competed on the superior challenge scene. More of an attritional striker. Causes damage by volume rather than one-shot stopping power. Tough, very hard to finish. Also got the cardio to go 15. Knows how to manage a decision. Good from both guards. Great body kick in counter guard. Nice pace, calm fighter. Back in the cage after 2 years. Now, tonight, they fight for the inaugural FNC Bantamweight Championship belt. Only one loss in his career, that was via decision. He's never been submitted or KO'd. He'll be looking to take home some silverware tonight in this inaugural title, so it's going to be a tough night.
Yeah, I think he's got the skills. It's an impressive record for sure. It is a little bit more of a regional record, but I like where he's been. I like the people he's training with. I like his focus in the gym. He's good on the shot. I think the takedown might be important wherever he can get it in this fight. And I also like the step up in competition that we saw in the last 3 fights, and particularly fought much better fighters, a much higher caliber of fighter. And I think that that's going to prepare him well for his debut here tonight, because it's a huge chance to come to this show to get the offer to fight for a title like this. So the pressure's on. We'll see if he can deliver.
Please welcome to the red corner from Vienna, Austria, Darko, the face smasher, Banović.
Darko Banovic, 33 years of age, 19-9. Good healthy record there. FNC 1-0. From Sarajevo in Bosnia, trains out of Vienna, Austria. Well, he didn't pick up the moniker, the face smasher, for his friendly disposition in the cage. The Bellator veteran, a lot of great work on the mats. Ground and pound is very fierce, beating opponents like he was preparing a schnitzel. Also known to attack arms and necks after weakening the resolve of his opponents. Finished 16 of his fights with a clean 50-50 split of 8 KOs and 8 submissions. Great finishing. If I had to say which of his fighting styles I preferred, I'd say he was probably slightly better in the stand-up. Lost to Mads Burnell. That was at Bellator. 8 years ago, he won by decision against Matija Blažević, who is now FNC's main cutman.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, this MMA rules bout will be for the minus 61 kilogram bantamweight FNC world title. This bout will be contested over five-minute rounds. Your referee in charge when the action gets underway, Mr. Wójcikiewicz. Introducing to you firstly in the blue corner. 30 years of age, he stands at 171 centimeters tall. His record thus far, 10 fights, 9 wins and only the single defeat. He's representing Forka Fighting MMA from Stockholm, Sweden. It's Bartosz, the Destroyer, Wójcikiewicz. And opposing him, fighting out of the red corner on the other side of the cage, he's 33 years old, standing at 173 centimeters tall. His record thus far, an excellent one, 28 fights with 19 wins and only 9 losses. He's representing Hero Gym from Vienna, Austria. It's Darko, the Face Smasher, Banović. Both fighters to the center, please, for your final instructions.
Gentlemen, you know the rules. Fight clean, listen to my commands at all times, keep yourself protected. Touch gloves, step back.
These are your numbers for both players here tonight. Slight age difference, a little bit of record difference, but not a lot between these two. They're going in for gold at this inaugural title fight. At bantamweight, Darko Banovic, fighting red, Bartosz Wójcikiewicz. Fighting blue.
It's going to be very interesting to see if Wójcikiewicz or Banović is able to push the pace. They both come from really good gyms, so I'm definitely eager to see how this thing goes because it's going to be a step up in competition, I think, for both in this fight. Could really go anywhere. They both have good striking, good wrestling, good full MMA games, and that's what you want to see in a title fight.
Stamina's going to have to be managed over 5 rounds. But already, I'm seeing Wójcikiewicz deliver some good aggression here. Indeed, applied by Banović. At this weight, it's fast, a lot of power available. We'll be looking for a result here. Inaugural title belt at bantamweight for FNC. Great work we're seeing straight away from Wójcikiewicz. Putting pressure on, setting out his stall, but it's a long road.
It's a lot of early tests, and you know, again, when you're training for a 5-round fight, you're going to go into this thing and you're going to have a game plan, but you're also going to have some adaptability. And that's what it's all about, getting some early tests in, seeing what the response is going to be. Southpaw orthodox right now too, which is always going to be interesting. A little bit of hand fighting. Nobody really able to pick up any singles. Nice.
Seeing a lot of good leg work here from Wójcikiewicz. Giving a little bit of display of the skills available to him. Slowly but surely, Banović looking to close down, if he can, the cage. But, gives up territory and ground to Wójcikiewicz, looking solidly there to land that right hand, both upstairs and downstairs. Gives up the high kick nicely, off the back of the left-right combo. Classic kickbox. We like that. And Wójcikiewicz has a good ability to close distance. Stays outside, but then follows through when he launches. Good fighting style.
It's interesting to see how much Wójcikiewicz has improved on his kicking game, Will. I'm really seeing some nice moves and reads. Yeah, that was definitely an attempt to probably tap the left leg, maybe the left thigh, and it definitely went a little bit too left.
So being given the full complement of recovery time for that offside shot. Clock back on. Slight height advantage for Bartosz. Wójcikiewicz. Good solid connections from Banović. Again finding the target. Wójcikiewicz controlling the distance here and then covering it nicely when engaging. Bit of wear and tear on the right eye. That means Banović has landed. This first round has been even trading. Wójcikiewicz showing us the panoply of shots available to him with the kicks, but he's got to land them. Still both very fresh, still both very busy. Trading here fairly evenly. Wójcikiewicz throwing up these shots. I don't know why this early on. I don't think there's any chance of landing them. On the 10-second. Interesting first round. Still testing the water. And at the bell. Some exchanges there. Probably in favour of Wójcikiewicz, I would think, over the 5 minutes. Chris, would you agree?
I agree, for sure. Wójcikiewicz did a really nice job, I think, of mixing things up. I saw him swapping stances quite a bit. Orthodox, southpaw, orthodox, and even swapping stances into combinations, which I think surprised Banović. It surprised me. I hadn't really seen that from his game before. So you can see even on the reset, Banović is being frustrated a little bit here with the switch hitting.
Nails his man on the wire, lands solidly, and again lands solidly. Banović has his moments, but Wójcikiewicz much more accurate, and the volume probably edged him that round, but very close. Marginal differences between the two in terms of strikes and accuracy. Still quite a way to go over this 5-rounder, this championship title bout. Inaugural at bantamweight for FNC. Round 2.
It'll be interesting to see whether Banović makes any adjustments here. There's a lot of pot shotting. Even a lot of the strikes being thrown from Wójcikiewicz were kind of pulled or just to probe and to set something up.
Steady work from Banović. Trying to get a rhythm going here. Real handful. And that dangerous right hand. Starting to go to work now. Pressuring up the ante. Maybe feels that he can bring this in before time. Or maybe as part of a longer term strategy, but certainly you've got to be careful. You can't keep that pace up over 5 rounds.
it's important, I think, for Banović to try to add something more complex to the mix, because Wójcikiewicz is constantly getting this forward march on him, and it was nice to see Banović actually stance swap a little bit.
There you saw Wójcikiewicz, the right-left combination, didn't step back, stayed in the pocket, and advantaged himself over Banović. Clever fighter, Wójcikiewicz. Smart, accurate, landing the shots, I think, over 5 rounds. If he keeps up this rapacious level of work, well, it's going to be very difficult to withstand that. Ah, well, there's the level change. The shoot, the takedown, and we're seeing Banović switch it up. What will he do on the ground now? Or, more to the point, well, what will Wójcikiewicz do on the ground?
Potential spinning arm lock tapped here from Wójcikiewicz. Yeah, Banović needed that. He needed to swap things up. I like it. It was really nice to see a clean takedown in the middle of the cage and just kind of give Wójcikiewicz comfortable with the stand-up exchanges and gift him that takedown. Again, you always want to take the free ones in MMA, and he did.
Working off his back quite well, Wójcikiewicz. Got the strength and the stamina to be able to get his hips up and out.
Attempt at pulling rubber guard here. It's not clean though. You want to get your wrist behind your ankle, and it's really difficult to get the leverage that you need. There we go. Up for the arm lock. He was going to go for a triangle attack too. It's nice. I like to see an active guard, especially in the middle of the cage. You got to make guys work and scramble. You don't want to hang out, and there we go. 3-4 failed attempts at the submission, but he gets the stand up.
Well, that right hand is going to cause a big problem here. Out goes the gum shield. Can he do some damage here? All kinds of trouble there. Taken down in that headlock. Up to the upright. He's lost his gum shield. Wójcikiewicz, really from that disadvantaged position, finishes strongly here. Still a minute and a half left. Gum shield replaced. And, well appreciated by the crowd. Strong round again for Bartosz Wójcikiewicz. Polish fighter demonstrating some real smart and good skills.
Yeah, he's shown up in shape, and he's shown up very well rounded. It was nice to see that attacking jiu-jitsu off his back to get up to the feet and actually hurt Banović, because Banović, yeah, he got a takedown, but he didn't do anything with it. So it's all going to score for Wójcikiewicz in my view. This is another round for him here, Will.
I think he could finish this before time. Just the work rate, the accuracy, and the range of shots. He's really doing a number here now on Banović. Banović turns his back. Wójcikiewicz headhunting at this stage. And I'd be very surprised if Banović can probably see the end of 3. That said, still the strength's there. Throws his man down. Gets back on top. And actually it was Banović that took it to the ground in the first place. So we'll have to wait and see. But we've just had the 10-second clapper coming up to the end of the round. Great round again for the pole.
Yeah, very technical round between both. We saw the takedown there. He was able to get double unders, was Banović, but again, just popping his hips, dumping him down. It's a changing of position. It's not going to score. The judges are looking to see what the result is of those actions. So for me, it's a 10-9 round again for Wójcikiewicz, and showing the full package. That's why we love this weight class, and that's why this title fight was made. Forward pressure here from Wójcikiewicz, just all over him against the fence. Banović actually went for the takedown just after that exchange. There, the mouthpiece goes out. That was one of the most damaging combinations that we saw from Wójcikiewicz in this fight. Again, just the full dimensions of MMA, where takedowns and striking are perfectly melded together and indeed set up and enabled by each other. And those, certainly I think overall in favor of Wójcikiewicz in that round. It's 2018, Will.
Going into 3, this could finish early if Bartosz Wójcikiewicz can keep up the pressure with the boxing Good skills on the ground demonstrated. I don't think Banović can out-wrestle him. Let's just see how this plays out. But relentlessly marching forward, Wójcikiewicz maybe looking for an early night. So this is where it all could turn on a sixpence. Third round in a 5-rounder, really critical as to whether someone can dominate or whether someone can come back.
And Wójcikiewicz and team know that they can hurt Banović. They know that they can deal with him on the ground. They're able to find ascendancy in any of these positions, which is really important. It was always going to be important about the game plan, like I said, going in, and adapting that game plan for either camp. The one thing we don't want to see from Banović here is just getting a little bit too comfortable and gun shy. He needs to press the action. I feel like the onus is on him at this juncture.
Still controlling space. Got caught unawares there. That was slick. And, Darko Banovic takes his man down. Now we could see a reversal here if he can get to work. He's known as the face smasher. That's because his ground and pound is fierce. And this is the midway mark where you get to reverse fortunes. Banović had a win against former UFC fighter Marco Beltran. It was at FNC 14 in Sarajevo in December last year. Beltran 38-20-9. Decent record. As I say, it was a while ago, but he won a decision against Maciej Blažević and works for FNC. Well, it could be that Wójcikiewicz might have just played his hand too early. Banović starting to up the ante here, pressurizing, looking for the back. And, Wójcikiewicz tries a little bit of escapology, but he's under a bit of pressure here now.
This is the round that Banović needed. His corner would have said, look, you lost those first two. It's a 5-rounder. If this thing goes 25 minutes, you need this round. There's no question. So it's almost like there was some open scoring going on there on the stool in between the rounds, and I'm seeing it here. It's nice. It's done some damage, more aggressive wrestling, and indeed also using more energy, which I think is what he needed.
So the old hip throw gets his man over. Wasn't pretty, but it worked. Causing all kinds of problems. The crossface there. Now, Banović looking to dominate. As I said, this third round is crucial. And it was whether Wójcikiewicz could keep up that level. But he's going down here now with the ground and pound. Just look at Banović get to work. And as I said, that moniker of face smasher, it doesn't come from kissing. And look at him go to work here now. Lulled Wójcikiewicz into a false sense of pace here because he's up the ante and he's gone turbo here. This is very interesting because the work rate has just gone through the roof. Well, Wójcikiewicz manages to get to the upright, but look at this, Banović goes all the way, uses his strength, topples his man, starts to work the ground and pound again, and the referee's going to have to look very closely at this. I think we could see a finish, but it's not the finish that I expected with Wójcikiewicz. Look at this, Darko Banovic really going Hannibal Lecter here in this third round. There's half a minute left. Can he do the job? Can he finish it? Not a lot of defense coming from Wójcikiewicz. He's still hanging on by a thread, but just look at Banović go to work here. This is full throttle, it really is. And, well, I think if Wójcikiewicz survives the round, he's not going to be fit for another two. This is real pressure.
This is really, really, really punishing stuff here. He might be able to get the Dars. He's got that thing locked up. Well, he could go Japanese necktie too.
Well, referee steps in and he did. He had it. That was a finish par excellence. Darko Banovic. Oh my goodness me. That worked.
Incredible comeback there. Banović down in this fight, marching towards a 10-8 round in his favor. Seconds left on the clock, and he finishes it. Incredible.
Yeah. Just took the heat out of Wójcikiewicz. He didn't have the bandwidth. I thought Wójcikiewicz, with that kind of pressure in the first and second, could have maintained it into the third. But this was a real turnaround. Summoned up some energy, rolled his man to the ground, and then really put the pressure on. And that was a real surprise for Wójcikiewicz. Totally dominated the pace. And just look at that, referee grabs the hand. Wójcikiewicz out, strangled, right in the middle.
Beautiful Dar submission as well. It's just lovely to see. He was going to go Japanese necktie, and that would have been if he had his palms together with the gable grip. But then he actually slotted it in for the figure four. I love it how he stepped, cleared the mount, sunk his chest into it, tightened up the grip. Amazing, amazing performance.
So, we have a new champion. The inaugural bantamweight title, polished off in the third by Darko Banovic of Austria. Originally from Bosnia and Herzegovina. What a solid, solid performance from him. He came off the back foot, he really did. Wójcikiewicz really set the pace, kept the pressure up. But
well, ladies and gentlemen, the end
Banović
comes
will take the
in
crown.
round number 3 after 4 minutes and 57 seconds completed of that round. Your winner by way of Dar's choke, and he's the new -61 kilogram bantamweight FNC world champion. In the red corner, Darko, the face smasher! And show, ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for our very game runner-up, Bartosz Wójcikiewicz.
So presented the belt by FNC President Rajan Dvorak. We're going to have a word with the new champion, and I'm sure he'll tell us how he feels and talk us through how he was able to
your new -61 kilogram bantamweight FNC world
take on a
champion,
difficult
Darko
opponent,
Banović.
Bartosz Wójcikiewicz.
Darko, čestitke od srca, ti si prvi FNC šampion u povijesti, prvi kojem je to uspjelo, odnosno u prvom meču. Nije bilo lagano ni malo, bilo je zapravo jako teško, ali ovaj meč na 5 rundi i ti si pokazao i zrelost i kvalitetu. Čestitke od srca. Molim vas još jedan pljesak za ovog ratnika.
Zdravo Hrvatska, zdravo Pula. Joj, ovo je teško. Ko da sam kupio kinder jaje, brate. 2 igračke u jedno. Dobar je momak, nema šta. Jak je Bartoš, ali smo mi bolji i pojas ne ide za Švedsku, ne ide za Poljsku, ostaje ovdje na Balkanu. Ovdje ostaje.
Darko, nije bilo lagano, prve 2 runde, ne znam da li si dobio ili izgubio, ali bilo je blizu. Kako je to izgledalo kod tebe i da li je ovakva taktika bila da u kasnim rundama jednostavno stisneš?
Da, iznenadio, ima jake udarce, a ja sam ono malo, imam više iskustva pa sam malo pošteniji gledao, nekad me je roknuo, pa onda sam mislio ok, pa onda mi je rekao kut. Kad napadne, takedown, pa onda smo tako taktiku malo promijenili. Ja sam vidio neće čovjek da ustane, proba, ali sam, znam, ja sam dugo u ovoj igri, ja sam ovo preigrao.
Čestitka, evo, pošto FNC-u nikad nije dosadno, daćemo ti priliku, hoćeš da zahvaliti nekom?
Hoću da se zahvalim za moje trenere, pogotovo Jan, Gonzales, moj head coach, Leo, Markus, čitav Hero Gym, mojoj ženi, Klaudiji, bez nje ne mogu isto ovo da dospijem. I još to moram reći, ljudi, niđe na svijetu, niđe nema MMA event u Koloseu. Hvala FNC, hvala Forgi, ljudi, gledajte gdje smo, ajmo uživajte!
Darko, ali pošto FNC-u nikad nije dosadno, tvoje već prvo veliki challenge će biti, odnosno prvi izazivač će biti zaista veliko ime, pa evo pozdravimo i pozivam ovim putem KSV borca Miljana Zdrakovića. Miljan, izvoliš.
Pozdrav, druže, imaš šta prijaviti, ja?
Imaš šta prijaviti na granici.
Cigara, mlijeko, što ima.
Forgi, kad bi mogli očekivati taj meč?
Pa evo, Miljan Zdravković je potpisao za FNC, vrhunski, jedan od najvećih talenata u regiji, definitivno. Čovjek sa nizom od 3 pobjede u KSV-u, došao u FNC i idući meč ima upravo za titulu u 61 kg bantamweightu. Po meni se taj meč može dogoditi već 23.11. ukoliko se šampion slaže.
Evo, prijavili smo se na granici. Dame i gospode, dajte još jedan pljesak i za jednog i za drugog, ali najviše, naravno, za The Face Smashera, Darka Banovića!